Teenage Dena Dean's family believes she's missing and possibly pregnant.
This is probably the spot Dena was at. This is where her car was last found.
Just 2 days before Dena disappeared, her friend Carrie Goldman says Dena hit her boyfriend Michael Converse with the shocking news.
She told him that she was pregnant.
A few days later, Dena tells some friends Michael wants to meet up after work to discuss their future. Eyewitnesses say they saw someone who looked like Dena in the parking lot having a heated conversation with 2 men in a red pickup truck.
What color truck does Michael have?
I knew him to have a red truck.
And after the pickup speeds off, Dena is nowhere to be found.
Dena had told the boy she was pregnant on Thursday night. He wanted to talk to her when he got off Saturday, and she never came home.
Tulsa cops tracked down Michael Converse looking for Dena and answers, but they're floored by what the 18-year-old and his father, the Reverend Robert Converse, both have to say.
They kept saying that Michael didn't even know Dena. Michael had never been out with Dena.
So Michael denied even knowing Dena at all?
Yes.
In fact, Michael tells cops he was bowling at the time Dena went missing, and police confirm his alibi. So if it wasn't Michael, who was in that red pickup in the parking lot, and where is Dena Dean? Cops start to wonder if she was hauled off by a total stranger.
Because of the location she was at, they could not say that she hadn't been abducted by somebody traveling.
Hours, then days pass. Hopes of finding Dena alive fade.
They came to us on Thursday night, I guess it was, and told us they wasn't looking for Dena anymore. They was looking for a body. They said, if Dena was still here, she would have contacted somebody.
Still, deputies can't help but wonder if Dena's rumored pregnancy is somehow connected to her disappearance. So they go back to Michael and ask him to take a polygraph test.
They give him 2 lie detector tests, and he flunked both of them.
At this point, investigators believe Michael Converse is lying. So cops draw a triangular search grid pinpointing the last 3 places Michael was seen on the night Dena disappeared: the parking lot, the bowling alley, and his house.
They said, we're going to look in that area to find Dena. She's there somewhere.
Tragically, detectives don't have to search for long. In this remote area known as Lover's Lane, they find Dena's body.
So your daughter was in a field decomposing for 6 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Dena's body is so badly mutilated and decomposed, the medical examiner can't determine how she died.
Who does that to a family, to a girl?
A sadistic.
But there is one thing the autopsy confirms without a doubt. Dena Dean was 100% not pregnant.
She was just making it up?
Yes.
Why do you think?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Some friends say it was a twisted joke. Dena was upset Michael had been ignoring her and wanted to teach him a lesson. Those friends also claim they wrote Dena a note indicating Michael was upset and she needed to tell him it was all a joke. They say Dena went to the parking lot that night to let Michael know he'd been pranked.
Dena had played a horrible joke and lost her life for it.
The Tulsa District Attorney's Office now believes it's established motive. The DA presents the case to a grand jury, but there's not enough evidence to indict anyone.
It's been almost 20 years. What keeps you going?
Her. They took her life, they took her rights. So I am her voice.
For nearly 2 decades, Dena's case remains ice cold. But not anymore.
We've got 11, 12 binders on the Dena Dean case.
Inside this war room within the Tulsa Sheriff's Department lies the country's only known civilian cold case task force.
I formed a task force of retired Tulsa policemen, FBI, DEA, ATF, I mean a group of just outstanding people.
And they're not just any people volunteering. Even though they're retired, there are about 22 of the best in the business with more than 1,000 years of experience between them. And please don't ever question their motivation.
There's no pay in this. This is just from your heart.
Yes, sir.
Why?
For the families.
And now the task force could be on the brink of giving Dena Dean's family the answers they've been patiently waiting for nearly 2 decades.
You have the timeline.
Oh
of
yeah,
this.
you know there's
Whereabouts?
nothing left for speculation.
And you have witnesses now to back up this timeline.
Oh, absolutely.
60 new witnesses, in fact, to paint a very vivid picture of what happened the night Dena Dean went missing.
How did she die?
Well, obviously she got off from Arby's and then she went to the Marvin's food store and waited for this young man to get off work.
What time did Michael Converse get off work?
About 10 o'clock.
But investigators can now confirm someone else showed up at the grocery store before Dena, the Reverend Robert Converse.
His father shows up about 9:40.
Do you mean the night Dena disappeared?
The night of occurrence, 20 minutes before she went missing, he showed up at that store.
Why?
Well, you know, that's a $64 question.
It's what the task force has now uncovered about the Reverend's actions the morning after Dena went missing that has sounded the loudest alarms.
Well, that's a lie!
The father showed up at the store wanting his son's time card of that night, clocking out that night. He also wanted the soft drink bottle, if it was available in a trash can where his son ran a checkout lane.
What is the importance of a time card and a soda bottle?
It all goes to what you're asking. That time card showed the exact moment he clocked out of work. The bottle, that's readily available DNA.
So initially, the son and the father were persons of interest.
Solely, pretty much, yes.
What did they have to say for themselves?
Michael Converse said that he did not meet Dena Dean after he got off work. And Robert Converse said that he did not have any interaction with Dena Dean the evening that she disappeared.
They just lied about the whole circumstance. Lied about seeing her, lied about a relationship. It's just amazing.
Is it possible one of them was the killer? The answer may be in the autopsy report. There was one injury to Dena's face investigators believe could solve the mystery.
She had a broken mandible. It wasn't just a fracture, it was a broken jaw.
Up next, a third suspect.
You also, in this cold case, uncovered another person of interest.
Right.
And does a 20-year-old fingerprint match the person on the other side of this door?
This is like a freight train coming down the tracks, and it's going to hit one way or the other.
Do you feel that Dena telling her boyfriend she was pregnant was the trigger and the downfall?
That's the most definite, alarming moment prior to her death that could have put some things in motion.